everyone, to Eric and Linda Live, our live show today. Yeah, sometimes that happened. Last week we had a little glitch, but thank you for coming to our show. I'm Eric.
And I'm Linda. Thank you again. It's another great show that we're going to have this evening. I interviewed our guest today, and I'm so excited because she really has some powerful things to say. And she seems so like powerful and smart.
Yeah, she is definitely, no question about it.
And a life changer. Like she changes lives and with passion,
passion and purpose.
Purpose, definitely. So Work Fine 209 is located out here in Tracy, California. We're a shared workspace, expanding as well, looking to come into a couple other cities. But as of now, we've been doing this live show for over a year. During the pandemic, we were sitting in the office and we were like, what do we do? We don't have nothing to do. So we started these live shows, and they were half an hour. Then we met our good friend, Shelty.
Shout out to Shelty. It's her anniversary today.
Happy anniversary. I wanted to say it first, but you stole it. Okay, but anyway.
She's usually behind the scenes kind of guiding us through. So she's like, you guys are on your own today.
Yes, we're flying solo, but we hope we do well for you. We know we'll do well for you. You'll be proud of us, Shelty. Have a good, happy anniversary today. Happy anniversary. Relax and enjoy your husband. So we incorporated some commercials with the help of Shelty, and we're also offering commercials for the businesses out there. There they are.
Some advertising plans. Right. So if you have a business or there's something that you want to promote on our show, let us know. We can send this over to you. I know it's a lot to read right here, but just kind of give you an idea, some of the pricing that we have to help you create a video, to market your video, to bring it part of our show and be a part of our family. And, just a shout out to all you guys out there that are always viewing and participating with us. We really appreciate you. So thanks.
Yes, definitely. And we also incorporated a game. And the game is really popular because you can win $10. The show before last, we gave away $40 because it just keeps rolling over if we don't have a winner. And the winner of that prize was Rose Clemens. And last week's winner was Eric. Friend Eric.
Bruce.
And and so today it's going to be $10, and you have to pick a number 1 through 50. You must be present to win, and you cannot go over the number. And the first person that picks a number, so look through the feed, they are the owner of that number. Look, Charlotte already put her number in.
Got your number in, Charlotte.
She won, and she didn't stay on because you have to be present to win. So Charlotte, you have to be present to win. So stay on. Rose Clemens picked 30.
Bruce.
Yes.
What's up, brother?
And it's fun, and it's engaging.
Fun. It keeps everybody engaging.
Yes.
What's up, Patrice? Man, look at you. I ain't seen her in a while. I worked with her for a long time.
Yes,
just want to shout out what's up. Man, hey, what's up, Randy? Randy's all the way in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, man, what?
Oh, wow, we got all these numbers that are popping up. You do want to play, and what's that one? Mary Connor, she was one of our winners of our Amazon gift cards.
Man, so thank you guys for just being a part, man. Always chiming in. Hello, Kimberly.
Hello.
Yeah, wow. There you go. What's up? They already know who our guest is. Man, somebody leaked it out. It's all good. We'll just
we are going to bring her on right after our commercial break, but I'm excited, and I can't wait to hear. Sometimes I get so engaged in my shows with the guests that Eric's like tapping me underneath, like, Linda, it's time to go to commercial break. But I'm like, no, I want to hear what the person says.
It's exciting. I mean, sometimes you feel like we can go a lot longer than an hour. That's why, all of our guests, we put their website, their email information in the chat for you guys to reach out and, contact them, and if you have questions or anything, all of our guests are pretty much open for you guys to reach out and contact them. So
we know we're competing with the basketball game, but hey, keep the basketball game on the TV and watch us on your phone.
You can do two things at once.
Yes, you can.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing that I thought about, and when I was talking to our guests, you know, this was a program that I started when I worked for probation, and it was something that I taught a lot of the young men that I work with is that your past does not dictate your future. And it made me think about, just even sharing that today, that your past does not dictate your future. So whatever challenges, whatever things that may have happened in your past, it doesn't dictate what God has for you, his plan for you, right? Mm-hmm. And so just remember that your past does not dictate your future, because if my past dictates my future, I might not be sitting here. So, but it's all good. Just remember that your past does not dictate your future. Walk in faith and favor. Yes. And everything's going to be all right. Absolutely, man. Hey, man, there's so many people out here. I just want to shout out to all you folks that are popping on right now. And we're so excited to hear our special guest. Yes. Oh, man, look, Kimberly just telling it all.
Yeah, that's
all right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good, though. It's all good. You know what? We're going to go to commercial break, and then we're going to bring our special guest on the show so she can share a little bit about what she does. All right. We'll be right back.
All the way up, turn it all the way up, to the max. All the way up, turn it all the way up, to the max. All the way up, turn it all the way up, to the max. All the way up, turn it all the way up. And tell him the brother calm down, and fit a square with a round hole. Cause every time that I come around, I turn it as loud as it go. Sipping the rock, pink collide, or give me the lime. Ready or not, give me a sign if you want me to stop. Giving it to you a cappella, the music will drop. One at a time, singing a rhyme on the drop of a dime. It's got time to shine, baby. I'ma break it down until it's liquid. Turn up, stir it up, call it biscuit. Hold up, I'm turned to the max. So loud, I got a deaf mute in the back. I'm not gonna do what it does. The first time that he heard the names on the track. All the way up, turn it all the way.
Welcome back, everybody. I just love those commercials. So that's a taste of the commercials that Shelty produces. She does nothing but excellent work. Yeah. And so wanted to give out a shout to In His Image Barbershop. Jay Lee's the owner of that barbershop. Check him out. And L.A. Jackson that did the music for his commercial, and also Flip Furniture out in Stockton. And they do repurposed, really quality, nice furniture.
That's very expensive for a great price.
Yes, absolutely. And so I am going to hand it over to Eric so he could introduce our very special guest.
Yeah, our guest. I'm excited about our guest because she's all the way from Oakland, California. And we talked a little bit about she's from Brookfield, and she's doing some great work with youth and families in the Black community in Oakland, making a difference, changing lives in Oakland. And we want to welcome our special guest, Tronda Lumpkins. What's up, Tronda? How are you?
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. And it's Tronda. It's Tronda.
Tronda.
He has problems with names.
Everybody's name. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance.
It's all good. It's all good.
Tronda.
Yes.
All right. It's all good. Welcome to our show.
Yes. Welcome to our show.
Good to be here.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am from Oakland, East Oakland, born and raised. My family is from Brookfield. I am the daughter of Jerome Smith and Lynette Smith, and the granddaughter of Hartrell Smith, and he is 92 years old. He's still
Wow.
alive and well and kicking.
Wow.
And my grandparents are from the South. So, Kimberly, you'll like this because my grandfather is from Texas. My
Wow.
grandmother is from Louisiana on my father's side. And my maternal family is from Oklahoma. So, yeah, so by way of the South, we're here in Oakland. And
Yeah.
it's good to be here. West Oakland in the house too, because my maternal family
Okay.
is from West Oakland as well.
All
So
right.
I'm
Okay.
from all over Oakland, all
All
over.
right. We're gonna represent. We're gonna show them what Oakland can do.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So tell us. So I know you have a lot to offer, right? Let's just talk a little bit about the Youth Advocate Program, and that's who you work for in Oakland for the county.
Yes, yes. So I'm the director of programs, a program director here for the Alameda County Youth Advocate Programs. Youth Advocates have been around for about 40 years. It's a nonprofit organization in 28 states in 5 countries, and we're new to California. We're new to Oakland. We've been in Oakland for about a year, and we working closely with the Alameda County Probation Department. And so what we do is just support families in achieving their goals. We support families in achieving their goals and keeping youth out of the correctional facilities. So once they return home to their families, we make sure that they stay there. So,
Wow.
Okay.
so
So
yeah.
talk about the services. Like, what specific services do you offer for the youth?
Yes, absolutely. So, what's key to what we do at Youth Advocate Programs is our advocacy component. We have an advocate model, and advocates with youth advocate programs are not just mentors. So we make sure that we tell people that we're not mentors, we're not case managers. What we do is help families and help youth achieve their goals. So they come in and they figure out what it is that the youth likes, what they're strong at, what their strengths are, what their interests are, help them set goals for themselves, and link them to resources in the community to help achieve those goals. So we teach them how to speak for themselves, how to advocate for themselves, how to go out there and get it, and how to
Wow.
utilize their time more productive and effectively.
That's really good.
I have a question. So, how do you get the youth referrals? Where do they come from?
Yes, so the referrals do come from the Alameda County Probation Department. Right now, that is our single contract, but we do work closely with behavioral health, with social services, the foster care system, and also the educational system. And
Wow.
so that that will be soon underway. Right now, we're just working with probation, and they will send youth our way, and we'll assign them an advocate who are from their communities. So this is the key piece to our program. The advocates are from where they from. They
Yeah.
have been there and done that. They have lived experience that they can share and steer the youth in a different direction. So we don't pride ourselves on having advocates with credentials and masters and PhDs or what have you, know everything and can tell the youth exactly what's wrong with them and what they need to do, right? But we have advocates who are from the same neighborhood, same community, same zip code, speak the same language, maybe
Wow.
the same gender. You see what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
they come in and they guide and direct them. So they
Wow.
fill up their time and space with fun activities. Not everything we do is serious. So the advocate will hang out with the youth, go play ball, go to a youth fair, take them to the amusement park, go for a walk or a hike. But
Yeah.
then we'll also work with them on their soft skills and get them ready for employment. We'll get them ready for vocational skills training, or even just re-enroll them in school. They have dropped out of school and gave up on it. So we get them back on track, get their high school diploma, and get them college ready if that's what they want. And a lot of times our young people really want to succeed in life. They just have no idea on how to go about doing it. And so our advocates steer them in that direction.
I think that's so key what you said, that that you want to match them up with people that they can relate to, that they, who look like them, who grew up in the same type of environment. When I was raising kids and teenagers, especially when they were teenagers, and I want to talk to a parent that raised teenagers that were similar to my teenagers.
Yeah.
And I wasn't looking for somebody that had a PhD in, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, you gotta have a kid.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting a higher education now, because I'm on track to get my PhD.
We know that. We're gonna talk about that.
We are.
I also been there and done that. I experienced some really troubled times in my youth. Experienced a little bit what it's like to be in foster care. But it was, I've committed some petty crimes that could have led to, some bigger issues for me. And, but what it took was community. Community stepped in. I have an aunt that took me in, her and her husband. They took me in, and they didn't have to do that, so she became my foster parent. And that steered me on the track of higher education and getting my life in order and filling my time with something more productive, other than, hanging out with good for nothing friends who was always getting me in trouble. So shout out to my auntie Sharon. I love you, auntie.
Hey, Sharon, you did a great job.
It's important to get people that really care too, that really want. And she didn't do it because she had to. She did it because she wanted to.
Absolutely.
And she loved you. And when that's involved, when love is involved, you can change the world. But I do believe in you. So you're a double-edged sword. You have the experience, and now you're getting the education. So,
that's powerful.
That's powerful.
And that's what we need. We need mentors in the community, feet on the ground right there, to be able to grab these youth and say, hey, I can mentor you because I know what it's like. I've experienced this. I've heard this so many times when I work for probation. You don't know what it's like. Oh, yes, I do.
Right. Yes.
So when I can talk their language and understand the hurt and the challenges and obstacles that they've been through, then we can now build a relationship of understanding to now help them.
Yes.
And so what you're doing is really, really great. And we're gonna touch some more on that, but we gotta go to commercial break.
Yes. Commercial break.
This is good. This is good stuff. Good stuff. All right. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Welcome back, everyone. With Tronda Lumpkins. Oh, don't forget, we're playing that numbers up game, 1 through 50. Pick your number. Don't go over it. Stay till the end until I call the number, and
Win a $10
win a
gift card.
$10 gift card. So, welcome back, LaTronda. I wanted to ask you what is your why? Why are you doing what you do? Why do you do it? What is your why?
Absolutely. It was done for me. It was done for me. I just remember very early on just being a child that paid attention to a lot of things. So I saw a lot that was going on, not only in my household, but in the community. And in poverty, it hurts, poverty stings, and it does something to you. So you either want to come out of that and never look back, or you want to reach back to bring forward. And so I just became one of those people that wanted to reach back and bring forward and help those that wouldn't normally receive the help, So I was involved in youth programs when I was a kid. I was involved in Upward Bound at UC Berkeley when I was a junior in high school. I was involved in drama club, student council. I played every sport. Once I realized that, hey, I can go to college and I can be somebody, and there's, people behind me telling me I can do it and helping me do it, then I don't want to let them down.
Wow.
And there's a legacy, that I need to fulfill, for my ancestors. They didn't put in all this work and sacrificed and endured and suffered in this land that we call America, for me to squander that. So that's why I do what I do. And plus, I just love the community. I love people, and it's just been my life's work. I've been doing this since 96. Actually, right after college in 94, I started working as a foster parent recruiter, and I recruited foster parents for medically fragile infants. Wow. Then I went back and got my MSW in social work from UC Berkeley, and a master's in social work in 98, and I became a child welfare worker. So I've kind of been, in this field, in this arena for a really, really long time. And I just kind of, bounced around, but I always worked with youth. I always worked with young adults and their parents, and their parents. And that's what YAP does too. YAP just does not isolate the youth and only focus our attention on the youth. YAP also works with the family unit. So if there's other children in the household, we also bring them along and include them in the activities that we're doing with the young people. If there's a parent in the household and they're suffering, because, a lot of times that's what's going on. And the youth that's committing those crimes is a result of a more systemic issue that's going on, not just in their household, but their environment. And so we just sit down and talk to the parent and say, how can we support you? What do you need support with? And a lot of times they need employment, they need housing, and they just need, somebody to listen to them, listen to their struggles. So that's
real.
That's my why.
I mean, that is an excellent why, and that is real, because, and I could say it from experience, because it's like, okay, if we fix this kid, but he goes right back into the same environment and the parents aren't fixed, or they're not working together as a whole, then the results are the same problems. And Linda, she always talks about, even we have a nonprofit and we do, computer training programs and stuff. And she was like, well, what about the mom and the dad that can't even check the students' grades online?
Right. Yes.
So we had to encompass that. One thing that you said I felt like, man, this is really powerful for me, is reach back and bring them forward, right? That right there, if we can all have that same mindset of reaching back and grabbing someone that we can now push forward, we can all start making a difference. And I just thank you applaud you for reaching back and bringing forward.
You know, I do have a question too. Like, what is it like working with these families, with the youth? And tell us what that feels like, what it's, you know, what it's like working with them.
Absolutely. It is quite rewarding, at least for me. And I know it is for our advocates who go in the homes every day, because we provide services in the home and in the community. So, you know, it doesn't get any realer than that. So you can't be scared. You can't be scared walking up in these tough neighborhoods and call yourself a person who, you know, want to help and care about the community, but afraid, you know, to get in the trenches. But once you sit down and talk with them, they want the same things that we want. You know, they want self-actualization. They have the right to self-determination. All people have needs. They have hopes. They have dreams. And a lot of times, you know, there's just so many barriers in the way of achieving those. And so what we do as advocates is help alleviate those barriers. And we recognize that we're not there the whole way, because our services are very intensive but short term. So we get in there for about 4 to 6 months working with the youth and families. We're working with them 10 hours a week. That's a big chunk of time to be spending with a young person. So you're going to have to influence them in some way, you know. So our advocates have to be relentlessly positive and forward thinking and resourceful. And so we link the youth and their families to community resources. And so in the hopes that when we step out of the picture and step back, they can continue to tap into those resources.
Wow. Okay. That's like the wraparound.
Yeah. So
that's exactly it. Yes.
Go back and check to see how they're doing, or how do you measure your success?
Absolutely. YAP has a compliance and integrity department that follows up with the families every month while we're providing the services. So if there's any way that we can improve what we're doing, if the family is unsatisfied in some way, they are able to communicate that to our compliance department. But we also follow up 12 months after they have been discharged from our program, just to see how they're doing, just to make sure that they're still on the right track and they have not, you know,
detoured.
Exactly. Because it can happen. It can happen. Yeah.
Wow.
You know, is there a website? Because I
just put it in the
okay,
chat.
Great. Because you know, with the preventative part of it, like I know you get some of your referrals from the juvenile hall system or the, you know, that system, but if we could reach the kids before they even get into that, because there's so many kids that if we could just interject, it would change their trajectory of their path in their life. Just by, you know, providing them with an advocate that is passionate about changing and getting involved.
Yes. Yes. So absolutely. And also, you know, when we are out in the community building these resources and linkages for our families, it benefits the entire community. It benefits the employers also that we're working with, because we have a supported work program. We pay the wages of the youth while they're working at a work site. So we go out in the community and we build relationships with local employers, and these employers make a commitment to train, to support, to you know, to mentor our youth and get them job ready. And it's with the hopes that after a few months that they will hire them permanently, full time, or at least part time, but would hire them permanently. Yeah, so we work with the Oakland African American Chamber of Commerce, and so there's like hundreds of employers within that network that we work with, and also the way that we select employers, we don't just place them on a job because an employer is willing to hire them. Yeah. We look at the interest that the youth have and the strengths and talents that they have. And then they tell us, I love working with animals. I don't know, what I can really do with that. I have a dog and I love them and we get along. And so we have a list of animal shelters and, places that would hire our young people to work with them. We have young people who are good with their hands and good at building things. We have young people who want to be an entrepreneur themselves.
Yeah.
Interested in opening up their own restaurants. So we have a number of restaurants also that are working with us to hire our young people and support them in achieving their goals and their dreams.
I have a couple questions that I want to ask.
But go ahead.
But we got to go to commercial break real quick. And then there was a comment from Patrice B. I used to work with me and she said something, but we're going to come back. We're going to answer those questions.
Okay.
Right when we come back. Yeah, this is
That'll
good.
Be great.
Yeah.
Spent your lifetime learning how to be like you, learning how to walk like you, learning how to do what you did in the earth, time after time. Spent a lifetime learning how to see like you, learning how to love like you, learning how to do what you did in the earth, time after time.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here with Tronda Lumpkins, and I do want to remind you after this segment, we're gonna do our numbers up game, and hopefully we'll get a winner. Yeah. But anyways, go ahead and ask your questions, Eric.
Oh boy, I got a lot, man. We could probably go on for a long time, but I'm gonna put a comment up. So Patrice, she worked in Santa Clara County with me, and she says a wraparound does not work for our youth. And so that's in that county of Santa Clara, no accountability. The YAP program sounds awesome. So, Patrice, is there a way for you to connect with Tronda and get that YAP program in Santa Clara County? Right? Is that the best thing to do? What can she do? You got me? Can you hear me?
Am I answering? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Patrice was answering.
Oh no, I was asking you.
You're asking me.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So let me just say this. YAP has been around for over 40 years. So they got this wraparound thing, they got it under wraps. And one thing that they have learned is that what really helps is the trust that has been developed between the advocate and the youth that they're working with. Having a strong rapport, having a relationship that is dependable and solid and reliable, that's what's working. It's right. Not the fact that we're linking them to this community resource over here and, they're able to follow through, because a lot of times there is no accountability when we leave them on their own. But guess what? The advocate is calling, or the advocate is with them. helping them, advocating, teaching them to advocate for themselves, how to speak for themselves, how to get their own needs met. And that builds trust, that builds rapport, that builds an ability to form strong relationships. And we're in the business of relationships more than anything else. And then once that is established, then, the youth, they're in the family, they're able to, go ahead and achieve their own goals because they have faith in themselves and they know that they can always count on their advocate to come through for them.
Wow. That's good.
I like what you said, that you teach them how to advocate for themselves, because not all the time the advocate is there. But I think if we teach people how to advocate for themselves and teach the parents to help teach their kids that, or their guardian, I think that's powerful.
Yeah.
There's a certain degree of involvement that we have. And there's a saying within YAP that we do with, we do for, and we cheer on. So it's only so much that we're going to do with the client, with the youth, because most of it they have to do on their own. There's some things we just have to step in and do ourselves to move barriers out of the way, because sometimes institutions and their systems and their bureaucracy can just really get in the way and stop progress. So the advocate steps in and move those barriers out of the way. And then a lot of times we just cheer the youth on. We're so proud of them that they're able to speak for themselves and get things done on their own without our assistance.
Wow.
Yeah. It kind of goes with the saying, teach a man how to fish.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they'll eat for a lifetime.
And they'll eat for a lifetime.
You teaching them how to eat.
Yeah.
How to go out there and get it for themselves. Exactly.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just so if I have some youth that may need YAP type services, but not in the juvenile system, is that something that you guys do?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. We're working on it though.
All right.
We're working on it.
Good. That's good. So let's see what we have. Wraparound. Let me see. Wraparound is about Medi-Cal billing. All right. So Patrice had a bad experience with the wraparound services, right? So tell us, I know you don't get the services, right? So, and I think, every county is different. I mean, you're speaking from a YAP perspective, right? And we're
not a government entity either. We're a community-based organization. And the people who work, that we have over 2,000 advocates. These are people from the community. These are people from the very communities that our clients are from. Wow. So that's the difference. We don't have government workers. Wow. We got community people in our organization doing the work.
So if I wanted to be part of that, what do I need to do?
So that's the that's the number one question. Yes. So we're actually looking to recruit more advocates to do the work because the need is there. We're looking for people who are really good at building relationships. We're looking for people who have a relentless positive aspect on life. We're looking for people who just love their community and just want to give back. And they may be already volunteering out there doing this work. The advocates that we're looking for, it will be a paid position. It'll be part-time, but still a paid position. They can go to our website, www.yapinc.org, and find Alameda County, California. And they can submit an application online. They can also email me their resume. I take emails, but don't call me, please.
There is her email.
Don't call me, but that's my email. You can email me your resume. Wow. And we can get started, that way. So
I have a question.
Let's keep
one quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So are you only serving Oakland, or are you serving other cities? Are you coming, Central Valley? Do you have connections?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that, Linda. So we're serving all of Alameda County. So Alameda County has 13 cities. So we're housed in Oakland. Our program, our office is in Oakland, but we serve all of Alameda County. Now, we may have a youth who's from the Alameda County Probation Department, and they may get placed outside of the area. And if the commute isn't too strenuous on the advocate, it would be based on the advocate's discretion if they want to continue to work with that client. We've had a kid in Modesto, and the advocate was committed to seeing that kid. Okay, so we have youth in Vallejo and all points in between. So it all depends on the commitment of the advocate. And usually our advocates do not want to let a youth down because of distance. Mm-hmm. That's how committed they are. Yes.
That's powerful.
That is.
And so you talked about hiring, right? So what is the process they do? Is it just like getting a regular job? Is there background checks? Is there?
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you for that. I'm just drawing a blank on a lot of requirements, right? But you do have to, there are some job requirements. You do have to go get a background clearance, and you will get a live scan fingerprint through Alameda County Probation. However, having a background would not preclude you from becoming an advocate, because like I told you, the people we're looking for is people who've been there and done that and can live to tell their story because they were able to get out of it. And so their background is not going to stop them from being a great advocate. This is not like in the school district or, some other places where you work, you have to be squeaky clean. We actually prefer you to have a little dust on you so that you can, so you can really make that point, very clear to the young people, because how young people are. If you don't feel them, you feel me? They be like, you feel me? But if you don't feel them or understand where they're coming from or what they've been through, then you're going to lose them. So, yeah.
I do have two more questions. Sorry, I had two more questions. So do you think you'll be expanding to other counties in the future?
We are in Los Angeles County. We've been in Los Angeles, the Los Angeles area for 2 years. So we're new to California, but Los Angeles for 2 years and Oakland 1 year. So we are definitely looking to expand to other areas within California, definitely. So Linda and Eric, if you know that these services can be beneficial in, in the Tracy area, is it San Joaquin or,
San Joaquin County.
Your county?
Yep.
All it takes is our organization to have a conversation with those departments there, and have a discussion on what the need is and how to move forward with that. Yeah.
There's always a need.
There's always a need, and there's always opportunity. So I will. I'm passionate about helping the youth. We co-founded, like Eric was saying, our own nonprofit, mom and pop nonprofit, teaching technology, just to engage with students and youth, really at-risk youth. But then, we expanded, and like Eric was saying, I wanted to hit the whole family component. Like I could help the child all day long, but if I can't help the parents or the guardians, then they go back into this hamster.
Absolutely. I just wanted to also mention that the age range we work with young people is between 12 and 19.
Yes.
12 and 19. And we, usually when the probation department make referrals, we accept the referral. There is no reject. There is no eject policy. So no matter how much they, behavior-wise act out, we still gonna work with them. So it's nothing really that the youth can do to make us not want to work with them. Wow. And I did want to say about the advocate position. We are strongly encouraging men of color to apply. We're strongly encouraging Spanish-speaking individuals to apply. 100% of our population is BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, people of color. So, so that's very real. So we want our advocates to reflect the population we serve.
Wow, that's good.
That is good.
Man, y'all get out there and go apply, make a difference, man. And you get paid by making a difference, man.
Right,
yes.
Yes, definitely. And I saw a comment from I call her BB. I think you were chopping up her name because I thought her name was Beatrice. I thought her name was Beatrice.
Okay, BB.
Anyways, BB wants you to come to Santa Clara. Hi, BB.
I'll let my superiors know. Yeah, Kimberly, you hear that? Kimberly Brendan, she's our regional director. You hear that, Kimberly? So I'll make sure that we start bridging that relationship with Santa Clara County. Yeah.
Wow. Yes. She heard you.
Yes.
She heard it.
Yes. And now we have your contact information, so we know where to find you.
Yeah.
Yes. And you can reach me on LinkedIn too. I'm on LinkedIn. You can reach me there.
In the chat. So guys, if you want to contact her email is in the comments. Her LinkedIn is in the comments. The yapinc.org is in the comments. Click those links if you want to be a part of making a difference. Reach back.
Yes.
And
pull them forward.
Bring forward.
Yeah, bring forward.
Hey, thank you so much.
I probably said push. I probably did. Sometimes you will be pushing. It's like pushing the truck uphill sometimes.
Yeah. But. Wow. So she's going to plug you right there. There it is. There's the plug for Santa Clara.
Okay,
man, the conversation already started right here, live with Eric and Linda.
Yeah.
And Tronda.
Absolutely.
Any last remarks or comments that you want to share before we go?
We're recruiting advocates now. Get at me. And I just want to say this, recently, with COVID and all, and just looking at there's just the climate socially, in society and what's going on in the world, that I just want to share this quote by Angela Davis.
Please do.
I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept. So that is my motto. Moving forward while I'm in community doing this work. I just cannot any longer be okay with things the way that they are. I'm about making things better. Yes. And YAP has been very instrumental in helping me do that. So I'm thankful.
Wow. That's great.
Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being on our show.
Tronda, Eric. That's right. And I want to give a shout out to my uncle Eric, my uncle Bruce, for just telling me about you guys and telling me to get in contact with you all and to use this platform to promote what we're doing at YAP. So I appreciate that. Yeah,
Bruce, he's doing some wonderful stuff too. Yeah, we need to get him on here to talk.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. So before we go, we got that numbers up, gang, guys. Yes. If you have not put your number in the chat, put it in the chat for the $10 Amazon gift card. Pick a number between 1 and 50 without going up, or the first person with that number wins, and you must be present to win. All right. Well, thank you so much, Tronda. And great having you on our show.
Yes.
Thank you. It's great being here. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Welcome back, everyone. We were interviewing LaTronda. Man, she's so powerful. It just reignites my passion of our nonprofit. You know, we got to get back into it. You know, the COVID, the pandemic has put us on a hiatus, but with our nonprofit, but we're coming back stronger than ever.
Yeah.
But anyways, I know you all been waiting for this.
Just in case.
And there's Charlotte. She's here. I know you picked 22. I memorized it. Okay.
All right.
Let's
Let's
go.
roll the numbers. There we go. And there is the ball. Numbers up game is in effect. I need to go way back because there's some early numbers in there.
Okay.
And I can't see that.
Of course you can. I can see it though.
Yeah, it's all good.
It is 33.
33 right now. You are the closest. Now you're not. There's the closest. 30 right now is the closest. 23, no. 50 went over. 22, 25, 30 is still the closest right now. 15.
Wow,
Let's
Rosa's
go.
on fire.
Let's see what we got. Any more numbers? He said, man, it's a lot of comments. So what the 33? Did that just come in or does that already? That was number 33 came in at 626. He is the first person to pick number 33.
Wow.
I see number 10. I see some other numbers in there, but it's too late. Man, show him the money.
Yes, Chad Giles.
Yes, Chad Giles is the winner today.
Yes,
Just go
yes,
ahead and
Chad.
send us a message, and we will send you out that $10 Amazon gift card.
You know what? Thank you guys for hanging with us this evening. I know we were competing with the basketball game, but this was some life-changing information for the youth, and the youth are our future. So we want to invest in our youth and any programs that can help them be better or even change their trajectory in their life, you know, and be advocates themselves, to train them to be advocates for themselves, you know, and for others who they, you know, want to mentor after they go through the program. I think that's so powerful.
It is. It's just creating a legacy for family year after year, day after day. Planting seeds is so powerful because once that, you know, fruit begins to grow and then harvest, and then it's just like this cycle of great things that start to happen. And LaTronda is doing some wonderful work out there with yapping in the community. So stay in touch, guys. You need to contact her. Her email and information is in the chat. Wow, this was wonderful. It was powerful.
And Chad was on there. He did respond. So we will be sending you the $10 gift card. Chad, thank you for watching.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being part of our show. And it was a great show. And we will see you next week, Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, 6 p.m.
All right.
See you then.